Do you feel rushed? How many times have you asked yourself, why is it that you're always tired? Or why does it feel like you never get anything done? Right? The answer is simple, right? Kids, job, business, uh, the whole slew of reasons why you feel like that you're being rushed. But here's my argument to it. I don't think you're rushed because you're your kids. I don't think you're rushed because you're business. Those are things that you have to do. Those are things you have to tend to. But it's because of your rush, or you feeling rushed because of your priorities. Don't feel like you have to always get everything done in 1 hour, one day. And this is not me talking about procrastination. This is not me talking about not getting things done, because I'm all about executing and getting things done. But my question to you is, if you feel like you're being rushed, you're not enjoying life. Now, let me be clear. There is a difference between rushing, and being diligent. Two different things. Rushing, everything's sloppy. There's no professionalism with it. There's no appreciation. There's no character. There's no attention to details. Diligent is still getting things done, but you're paying attention to the details. You letting your thought process. You're making sure that you're making a wise decision. You're counting the cost. And I think in today's society, it's very important to not get lost in the world of, oh, I just got to get things done. I have to check things off my list because I need people to understand that I'm doing things. Hey, check your priorities. For my business people out there, it's important to follow your state laws and, file your taxes and all that stuff. But it's also important to make sure that you are doing what you're called to do and what your purpose, what's your passion. I don't care who it is. I don't care your education level. I don't care your financial level. You can always do what you're passionate about doing and what you're good at. The difference is how long it's going to take you to get done. So for me, when you're talking about rushing in business, you got to be careful, because you might have that box checked off and said, hey, I got it done. You very well might have that. But the problem becomes, yeah, you got it checked off, but the quality of work that was submitted is poor. And guess what happens? You end up doubling your work. You have to double your actions. You're having to, double, like go over your colleagues' work, or let's say you didn't hire the right person to do the job. Now you got to go behind that person, make sure they do it. So now the time that you could have been doing to do something else, you could have taken to do something else. You have to do somebody else's work, and you probably pay them to do it. Same thing with business partners. So here's my thing. I'm all about solutions. We talked about problems. Let's talk about the solution. How do you not feel rushed? Here are my 6 down and dirty things that I personally do. 1, have a plan. Okay. Like, you're going to hear this in all my videos. You'll hit a target every time that you don't aim for. If you don't have, you're going to hit it, because as long as you shoot, you're going to hit something. It might not be the target that you intended. So, like, how do you know where you're going to go, or how are you going to get there? You're going to have a plan. What's your goals? Have accountability. In business, is very important. If you don't have a certain level of checks and balances with yourself, with your leadership team, with your frontline workers, if you don't have some type of accountability, like, things can go haywire pretty easily and pretty fast. Meditate. I know a lot of people not friends of people who meditate, but to me, I'm gonna tell you that what has allowed me to open up a lot of mental and free space in my mind and in my heart. It's allowed me to put those blinders on that you see on the horses and focus on what is it that Ronald Rice enjoys doing and is good at, and also makes money at, right? That's as simple as that. Exercise. I don't care what your exercise regimen is. This goes for all people of all different ages, all different backgrounds. Make sure that you find a way to exercise your body and your mind. For my mind, it's reading, and for my body, it's running. Okay. Next thing I'll say is change your diet. I know this sounds crazy that I'm giving you a lot of health tips in regards to not feeling rushed, but a lot of times when I personally, I'm telling you, like, when I go on this thing, I'm talking about stuff that I do, stuff that benefits me. And for me, when I feel like I'm anxious, feeling rushed, my diet is poor. I'm probably drinking too much caffeine, haven't drinking enough water, things that sort. So for those who don't know already, yes, I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 4 or 5 years now. I've lost count, which I probably need to do that and probably, keep you guys up to date and let you guys know what I eat. But I digress. But essentially, what I'm saying is, a lot of your health decisions will determine how you feel internally. I do drink coffee, but also this is not a plug or anything like that. But I do this Magic Mind deal. Actually, a good friend of mine is Brian Bashir. His brother does it, and he has his reasons why he developed the company. I'll let him share his own personal story. Last thing I'll say is surround yourself with good people. What you'll find out is if you sit in a room and all of a sudden your anxiety level goes up, you're nervous, you're jittery, ask yourself, what the hell have you been talking about for the last 30 minutes, an hour with these folks? And you'll find that, a lot of people like complaining. And what happens with complaining? They talk about not getting paid enough money, not getting sleep, spouses not doing what they want to do, whatever. And what people don't understand, what it does to you in your mind is you start automatically looking at the negative things in life. And so now you become antsy and jumpy. And you're like, okay, what's going to go wrong next, right? Let's say your spouse, you feel like your spouse is not doing what they're supposed to do. So when you walk in the house, what you do? You looking for everything that they didn't do right, right? Like they could have did 10 things right, but you're looking for that one thing they didn't do right. And so what that does is you get frustrated, you get mad, you get antsy, you get irritated, you get agitated. And all that, comes to, being angry. And so now you feel like you got to rush and do something. Well, I got to rush and go do this one thing. Well, hold up. If your husband has washed the dishes, put the kids to bed, and did 2 loads of laundry, okay, if the house is in disarray, but he at least did 4 things, there's no sense of you rushing and feel like you got to go clean the house. Just say, hey, you know what? Something has been done in the house productive to help the household. And, women, I'm not trying to bash you guys, and, because we all know guys can be messy at times. So, but I think when we're talking about not rushing in business, we got to understand that we got to take care of ourselves. We got to make sure our leadership team is taken care of. And so, do you have great business ideas that come at the last minute and you feel like you got to make a decision right then and there? Absolutely. But even in that moment, if somebody gives you an option to buy a multi-million-dollar company and they give you 5 business days, you get a lot of stuff done in 5 business days. You can check the real estate records. You can check the bank records. You can check employee retention. You can check, okay, what is their primary way of making profits, and is it something that's going on in that market that you don't know about? Maybe it's the reason why they're selling. Ask the person why they're selling the business. So, and that's one of the things I wanted to be very clear in regards to this video, is that it is a difference between, being rushed and being diligent. I'm not telling you this, it's not an excuse to rest on your laurels, but it's just a way to make sure that, hey, it's okay. Don't rush. Take your time. And when I say take your time, I simply mean just use your time wisely. I hope this video helps. Please follow me on all my social media accounts. Get Rice Now. That's GETRICENOW. Feel free to like, share, comment. You guys have a great week.